All
All
right.
right, now we're live.
Just put the link in the thread. I just put that we're going live now, so go ahead and put the link. All right, I see it there.
Yep.
How did you do that exactly? Because I tried to do it when it was just David and I a few weeks ago, and you fell asleep, but we couldn't figure out how to make it live.
Oh, you got to do the live hangouts on air, not just the regular hangouts.
Okay.
You got to make sure you do the one that say on air. But we live now, so welcome to Two Live Jew and a Black Dude. I'm the Black
How did you?
and we have one Jew tonight. Mr. Brett Stein. What's up, Brett?
Season 3 is not unfolding the way previous seasons have, so I'm here trying to give some information, talk a little smack, and get my mojo back. That's my reason for being here.
All right, all right. Well, Brett's going to fill us in on some of his topics with a little bit of banner, and we got a secret guest who will be joining us shortly. So, Brett, what you got for us?
All right. Since we're in week 6 here, we got one game left before advance. I wanted to talk about a few of the surprise teams so far. I'm going to start the AFC, and I'm going to look at the Tennessee Titans. I believe Josh Ashmore is the new owner, and he took over a pretty solid squad, but he's off to a 5-1 start, and he's got a bit of a lead built up already in the AFC South. And as a newcomer to the OFG, certainly he had a pretty impressive debut for his first couple of games. So I want to give him kudos for that.
Right.
Troy is maintaining his stamina. He overcame a deficit and benefited from a restart, but he managed to defeat the Browns to take a half-game lead, or a one-game lead in the loss column in the AFC North. And for the first time ever, I will tip my cap to Charles Reed, who's leading the AFC East at 3-3. I think he lost this past week to Dylan, but for a team that's never been in first place, I don't think, or not for long, I want to at least point it out, because by the time the next show comes along, he could be in last place.
It's true. One loss away.
Okay, and then in the NFC, Rustin wants the link.
Oh, he's ready.
I think so. All right, in the NFC, I will start with the Detroit Lions. Wayne Douglas is a pretty volatile owner, we'll say. He's very dedicated, but when he's not doing well, he wants everyone to know. But he's turned the ship around this year and is now 5-1, leading the North. So I'll give him credit for that. He's got a two-headed rushing attack with Doug Martin and Marshawn Lynch, and teams have to respect the run, but he's still got some excellent pass catchers, Calvin Johnson, Eric Ebron, Golden Tate, and his rookie who just came back from injury, Mr. Ron Cross. So I'll give him credit for that. And certainly out west, which is always a bloodbath, Dylan Ambler has his Arizona Cardinals with a game in hand, or I guess the head-to-head win versus Rustin Greer. So they're both 4-1, but Dylan hasn't made the playoffs in 2 years, so I'll give him credit there for taking an early 4-1 start. And of course, Rustin is everyone's target, coming off a Super Bowl championship, and he's managed to go 4-1 again, including a total domination of my 49ers before disconnect. I can't leave that part out because it was a thorough beating, a game I was looking forward to all offseason after such a close playoff loss, and it was 42-0, I'm pretty sure, when it disconnected, and I was frustrated because I stayed up late to play that game, and then it disconnects anyway. So I can't not give him credit for that, and of course, not a surprise, but Ali is always leading the regular season in wins, and he's 5-1 again, coming off a curious loss to the surging Green Bay Packers.
It was a bad game. But first, let's welcome Rustin to the show.
What's up, gentlemen?
AKA Captain Redbeard.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Just talking OFG, man. Talking a little bit of Madden Bowl.
Nice. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for joining us, man. Our secret guest, even though Brett already knew. I was trying to get you in secretly just to have y'all go back and forth, but Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep,
I'm
that
surprised he
was-
brought up that shellacking I took behind the woodshed.
Oh man.
Hey, I can't talk smack unless I can take it, so I had to put that out there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And the Niners are falling behind pretty bad. So
490 yards offense before the fourth quarter started. It was
oh,
terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I couldn't understand it, how his guys were getting so open. It was awful. He
400
wasn't even running
yards.
the ball either. He was passing all over me.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then the game accidentally disconnected. Nah, I just played.
Yeah. It usually doesn't happen to me. I've had happened to me against Jamie. I was losing that game too. I just went on auto because it was just 3 minutes left. I'm like, come on. And I mean, a lot of guys are having dropping games. I mean,
Yeah.
Ravens, Browns. Every game it seems has at least one drop. It's really frustrating. Jimmy and I had one. It was early in the game at least.
This last week has been bad, I think. This last week's been the worst.
Yeah, the servers have been down a lot. I mean, season 3's had more disconnects than any of the 2 seasons I think combined, and that's just frustrating because we spend so much time, playing these games, and then it gets dropped, and what can we do? So
Yeah. Well, that's EA, so you can thank them for that. But since we're talking about it, man, what's up with the Niners, man? 2 division titles, and now you guys are falling behind. What's going on?
I'm not really sure. My wide receivers are better. My defense isn't worse, and it seems as if every season I'm having issues passing. I'm not able to sustain drives, and teams stack the box against me and dare me to beat them through the air. I'm just not doing it, and my defense isn't stepping up. It's like a whole team confidence thing right now.
Yeah, because
Or it could be the fact you actually got someone that knows how to play Madden in your division.
Well, that doesn't explain losing to teams like Jamie and
I'm just calling out Dylan. I wanted to call out Dylan, so I'm calling out Dylan.
yeah, I can't. Dylan can never beat me yet. He's beaten you the last 2 times. It's such a strange circle.
Yeah.
I can't play.
It is. But I think, and we talked about this before with the pass defense. If you don't get that under control, it's going to always kill you because you'll give up the big plays, and I think that's coming back to haunt you. So, which I don't understand because you have 3 linebackers with like 90 zone, which is insane. I don't know how you are 21st in defense and always in the bottom half on pass defense. So, but that's going to kill you because it's going to put a lot of pressure on your offense. And until you can compete with that on offense, your defense has to win you games, and it's not happening this year.
Yeah, last year I got a lot of interceptions, and I'm not getting that this year. I'm getting a lot of drops. Even the game against Ruston, I had probably a couple in the first half that could have been interceptions, and it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game, but it just kind of illustrates the small margin of error I have right now. And, I have a lot of good players on defense, and, the team confidence is dropping. And the most frustrating thing is guys that have pretty high awareness and play recognition in the secondary are out of position and not making plays, and I'm not sure who to start using. I'm starting to use it in safety. That didn't work so well. I'm not really sure. I'm all out of sorts here. I'm kind of like the real-life 49ers. So got to figure out a way to turn that around. All right.
Well,
Now let me.
since we have the king of the hill with us, Rustin, right now, championship in both OFG leagues. This one with the Rams, with on the road every playoff game.
I'm surprised you brought that up, Ollie.
I mean, yeah, like I told you, we had a little private conversation. I'm still salty. Yes, I am about that loss. I'm still upset. But, I mean, like I told you before, it was well-deserved. You went on the road 3 straight games, some terrible weather for a dome team. Rookie wide receiver turn running back who has shown out. Underrated quarterback. You did the thing. Talk about your team, man. What's up with the Rams?
My defense, that's where I have proven my defense is defense wins championships. I believe in my offense is good, it's average. That rookie last year, he did his damage, but my defense is what kept me going, especially playing on the road against Brett, who I only won 13-10, and then Then I played Hacksaw, I believe. And on, I don't know how bad that game was. But then I played you, and I mean, with you, it was 0 turnovers to 4. That was the key to my victory against you. But and then this off season is where I stepped up. I got that linebacker, 2 linebackers, and so I'm doing good. That's I just lost Jenkins. I think it was against Brett, or maybe I don't know, against the computer game. I lost Jenkins for like 8 games, but the little rookie that everybody's saying that I picked up in free agency, in my little first free agency, he had 3 picks last game. So we're doing all right. Defense, it's all built on speed, though. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers, man. You 4th in offense, 5th in passing, 5th in scoring, 13th rushing. So it looks like offense this year. Your defense is taking a little bit of a step back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You're 16th in yards.
Oh, the Niners game against the computer is what killed me.
Oh, okay.
I think Brett. I'm not trying to brag. This isn't, but I think Brett now didn't even have 100 yards going into the 4th quarter total offense.
Oh wow, I'm taking that as bragging, but go ahead.
No, Brett. Brett can answer back. I'm not trying to, but then you play
I only crossed midfield a few times. I don't even think I attempted a field goal, so that could be accurate. I moved the ball here and there, but I definitely punted a lot. I think I threw 2 picks, so it was pretty ugly. That could have been 100 yards. It could be right.
Yeah, I just say in the computer game, they throttled me on the computer game because they just passed because they got behind. So. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I like our chances to at least to make the playoffs. That's all I'll say.
Well, I'm looking at your schedule. You got a okay schedule. I mean, pretty winnable schedule. You got the Seahawks, which would be tough, but then you got the Falcons who's struggling, the Bucks who are struggling, and then your showdown with Dylan again. And
I'm calling it right now. I told him on the post. He was talking trash to me. I'm gonna make him respect his elders. You can give me my warning then.
Oh wow! Did y'all hear that?
Give me my warning then.
He said he's gonna take him back to junior school.
Yes, I am.
I mean, but you got a pretty nice schedule, man. So I think you're kind of sitting atop in that division because of your schedule. So
yeah,
you got a good way to go. Brett's got to catch up. Dylan actually has a pretty tough schedule coming up.
Dylan.
No, Dylan. I'm sorry. What? I take Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan. Who's the best rapper? Dylan. I'm sorry, Dylan. Dylan.
The NFC West got tough this year. Rams, Seattle, and Cardinals are 3-1. Unless something has happened this week, I don't know.
No, Seattle lost. They're 3-2. You two are 4-1. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Brett, what else you got, man?
I'll be right back.
I wanted to take a chance to talk about some of the rookies because we didn't get a chance to do a draft recap. So, obviously, TJ took that quarterback Fitz Talbot first overall. He's leading all rookies in passing yards at 927. He's had some problems with interceptions, but the Texans need to add some more talent around him at the skill positions in an offensive line. Defensively, there's been some real difference makers I want to get to. The Bears took a linebacker in the first round, Doug Dennis. He's got the most tackles at 38 among rookies. And there's a handful of sack artists among the rookie class. Hunter Barnett for the Bucks is 5. Fernando Vasquez, who was the huge defensive end in the draft, he's got 5. And Denichi Reina for the Lions has 5 as well. And then over by the Jets and the Chiefs, they have a couple of difference makers in the secondary. Lindsey Bryant's got 4 picks for the Jets, and Xavier Dean, who I like a lot going into the draft, has got 3 for the Chiefs. All right, and then receivers, there's 2 receivers standing out. Ralph Pope, who was the 2nd pick for the Colts, has 820 receiving yards already. He's been an absolute beast out of the gate. And out in Seattle, Aldrin Owens has been a do-everything receiver and really been a huge deep threat almost every game for John Reed and really opened up his offense, helping him get off to this good start. He got 710 yards. He's probably got like 7 or 8 touchdowns. He's just been absolutely dominating. And then at the running back position, DeJuan Spence for the Bucks is a yard short of 500 yards. I think 6 games into the season, so he's going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. And all those guys were pretty high picks, and teams that needed to add some talent really did. And also, I want to mention what's his face. Where is he? I can't. There's an offensive lineman that was drafted pretty high that's done pretty well, but he doesn't show up in the stats. And yeah, those are some rookies that I think are standing out here. But you saw some teams really make some good picks. I thought, let me see here, the Seahawks had a very good draft. I thought the Broncos, even though you missed his first pick and the CPU made it, drafted a pretty good player. They made some good picks. The Jets added 2 quarterbacks. The Lions added a nice slot wide receiver. Ali, I think you missed the draft, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I was at the draft. It just was
you showed up later. That's right. And I think the Saints had about 14 first-round picks. And he got a huge wide receiver and a couple of pretty fast linebackers that he needs to develop a little bit. But there was a lot of good talent in the middle rounds of that draft. I drafted a couple of guys I really like. My rookie wide receiver, who scored in the computer game versus Rustin's Rams, has, I think, 4 touchdowns in 5 games. So I'm pretty excited about him. Darrell Bonner, who was one of my second-round picks. So those are some of the rookies that are standing out to me. I'm not sure
I'm just looking at some of the rookie ratings, and Xavier Dean is already at 88 over for a rookie cornerback. That's ridiculous. And then you got your receiver. He's already up to 86 over for receiver, 94 speed. That's ridiculous. So 87 release for a rookie. That's really good. San Diego, I'm looking at like the top 20 rookies. San Diego is in here about 3 times for rookies. They got an 85, 2 guards in the high 80s here. So, I mean, it probably helps with their turnaround. Offensive line is really important with this Madden to me. So, if you got a solid offensive line, you should be winning a couple of games. But there's a lot of highly rated rookies already 6 games into the season. For some of these teams, Lou Lamb in Arizona, he was a guy I scouted. I didn't think he would go as high as he went, and he's 83. So, but the linemen, I mean, I'm looking at what 6 linemen in the top 20 overall for rookies. That's pretty impressive this year. So it's definitely a lineman draft. And all the teams really that went linemen are having success. So it looks like that was the way to go this year for the rookies. All right. Redbeard, you got any comment on that? Any of your rookies stepping up?
I traded on my picks, remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a terrible draft, man. My draft, I don't think I had a player over 70, or maybe 1 or 2 guys over 70. My whole draft, it was just a horrible draft.
My draft like that. His last draft in Xbox One, I didn't. Nothing.
Yeah. It was a pretty horrible draft. I can't even get my guys on the field. It's pretty bad.
I'll sell you guys my scouting draft tool.
Huh?
I'll sell you guys my scouting tool because I drafted 2 superstars and 1 fast development guy.
No, I
didn't say I needed help. I just wasn't there.
Yeah, I had a really good draft the last one, but this one was just terrible. I got a 69 over linebacker. He's got 88 speed, which is pretty good, but his awareness is just so low. Play rec. You know, I'm scared to get him on the field. Plus, my linebackers are pretty solid. So, my right tackle I drafted, I thought he would be a guy, had all Bs, but they were all 70s. So that kind of killed me. So I didn't really get a lot of guys out of the draft that's going to participate this year. So kind of a waste draft for me.
Well, I don't think our teams are really lacking in terms of adding more talent. I mean, I had a need at wide receiver. I drafted 2 of them. I drafted a corner. I drafted a running back who's kind of built like Frank Gore. He's 230 pounds at 90 speed, but his carrying was like 62. So I'm limiting his touches for the time being. But it's nice to see, though, that the teams that needed to improve had pretty good drafts, identified some talent to add. Because I think what you're seeing this year is, while there are teams that are out in front already, there are no undefeated teams. Teams that weren't that good last year are having comebacks, and you're seeing teams that drafted high develop their rookies, get some production, and start building that foundation in the future. We got a couple of seasons left at least, so you want to see those teams, stay active and keep building their rosters because it's not easy. You can't turn around your teams overnight. And like you guys said, the teams with good defenses are the ones that tend to be there when the smoke settles.
Right, right.
So.
Okay.
All right. My next topic is some early playoff discussion, Ali. So, in looking at the early playoff race, I'm going to handicap it this way. I still think Doug's the team to beat in the AFC. The Titans and the Chiefs are certainly going to be right there, and the Ravens and the Browns. And then in the NFC, you're the number one seed at the moment. Wayne's Lions are going to be tough because of his versatile offense. And then obviously the defending champ is still lurking there as currently the number 5 seed. You can't count out the defending champion, as we know.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree. Again, Doug, like you said, he's got to be in the conversation. Kansas City, remember they missed the playoffs the first season and bounced back last year. And now they're right back in it again. So I think they're very for real. So I think it's with those two teams. I called out Troy last year. For at least not get to the championship game, and I gotta call him out again, because he, and then maybe it's because we're both Giants fans. We play well during the regular season, get to the playoffs, and blow chunks. I don't know what it is, but he seems to be having that same issue because his team is always really good. I think he's one of the top winning coaches in the AFC, besides Doug. I'm pretty sure his record out there. So I think those three teams, the Titans, we're still trying to fill them out. I looked at the teams they played. They haven't really beaten anybody yet. So, there's still kind of that fill-out session. And, again, their division is not the toughest in the league. So, we'll see what happens. They got a tough one coming up with the Chargers. But other than that, even looking at their schedule, they don't play another tough team until the Chiefs in, I think, 6 games, and then they have the Chiefs and Lions in back-to-back weeks. So, they have a chance to make the playoffs because they can beat some decent teams or some bad teams. But in the playoffs, it's still one of those things where I don't know if they're going to get that challenge to play well in the playoffs. In the NFC, I'm one of those people. If you're the Super Bowl champ, you're always number one to me. So last year was Doug. This year is Rustin. If you're the number one team to beat until someone takes that championship from you. So I got to put the Rams first. I think in that division, again, I looked at the Rams' record because they finished second last year in that division. Their record is not as tough. They don't have to play a lot of the first place teams. So, they have a pretty good way to go. Right behind is, the Giants. We're steadfast, 27 wins in 2 seasons. So we're always ready to rock and roll. But the Lions, I'm telling you, that's why when Wayne first started winning, I put welcome back Wayne because I know how good Wayne can be, So Wayne is very dangerous. It's not a fluke. Anybody who plays the Lions, I think he had a little bit of a little rehab on some anger management, calm down, right, Wayne? You can admit it, but now I think he's back. I think the Lions, they're going to be very tough. He's going to be right there. He's going to be right there, and then you can't count out Hacksaw. His team is he's always right there, right in the midst. That's going to be a good division to watch, that NFC North. And I played Green Bay, and even though I felt like my team didn't play well, I also think Dante did a lot of really good things in that game. Kind of surprised me a little bit. With some of the things he was good. He's good in our other league as well. So he's not a bad player. So that division is going to be something to watch right there. So those teams right there. I don't want to count out Jamie. You can't just count out Jamie his team is solid. You know, the Saints have a lot of playmakers on both sides of the ball. You know, if he gets a couple bounces his way in the playoffs, you know, he could make some things happen. So you just can't roll out Jamie. He did beat the Eagles. He did knock them out the playoffs last year. So, we definitely can't count them out. And again, the Eagles are going to be right there. The Cowboys are going to be right there. And, of course, Dylon, that's what I want to call him. So, Dylon, you're getting your shine, man. You're getting your shine. You know, the Cardinals are balling right now, 4-1. Beat the Rams. So, you know, their offense is, I'm looking at the numbers here. They got the number 1 pass defense, 25th rush defense. So you got to clean that up. You got to balance that out because teams are just going to run the ball on you and not throw it if you're that low in the run defense. And then 27th offense. So in a division like the NFC West, that's not too surprising because all the defenses are good. You know, the Seahawks defense, Rams, 49ers. So for his defense to be that low is not too surprising. But he's still giving up. He's scoring 19 points a game and giving up 16 points a game. So he's just winning by the skin of his teeth. So there's your shine, Dylon. Rusty, since you're in that division, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I think our division's tough. I could say that after being, this is my first total year, but third season, I think, with original. When I came in, your NFC, the East was the top with all they had top competitors, and now I think that the NFC West is stepping up their game. But I like Detroit, what they're doing with the double-headed monster. But he's looking to trade the beast. Did you see that on the thread?
I did see that.
You might want Lynch, but I'm picking Dante to win that division. I think Dante can. Oh yeah, I'm picking Dante to come out.
You picking Dante to win that division?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a hell of a comeback for him, man.
What do you mean? I thought he only got one loss.
Who, Dante?
He's 3-3.
No, he's 3-3.
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking that I'm in the other league now. My bad.
Yeah, you're in the wrong league. I was gonna say, man.
No,
I mean it's possible.
Is the Lions only lost to the Rams?
That's it.
Yeah. I think that division's tough, but NFC altogether. I said this just like OFG, Xbox One. The NFC to me has the toughest users.
Yeah. The NFC just seems to have the tougher teams. The AFC's got some good squads, and like I said, they can win some games. But the NFC is the best, man. I mean, what can you say? But real quick, and now that I have both you guys, I just want to kind of really touch on the little banter going back and forth between the two leagues. Being Rustin is the admin in my other league, Brett's the admin here in this league. Going with the banter there, Rustin calling it a minor league compared to this league.
No, I think Brett said our league is a minor league.
Yeah, he said our league. Yeah. But I think between the two leagues, there's some really good competition in both leagues. And like Russell said, in the NFC over there, that league is actually just as tough as the NFC here. So there's some really good teams in both leagues, though. So I just wanted to put that out because I didn't say that enough in the post, being commissioned of both leagues.
But anytime the original want to stop us folks, we're down anytime.
But just to let Brett know, there are no amateurs in Xbox One.
You take your best five, and me and Hacksaw are out of it, so I don't know who you're going to put in there for our spots. And you bring your top five, we got our top five.
Brett, who would the top five be out of OFG? Who you going to send over there?
Well, are you eligible for our?
I'm not eligible.
He's an original.
You started this league first, right? Well, you would have known with you first.
I didn't start the league, but
He's the original. He's not on Xbox One. He's original.
All right, so you can put me in original then.
All right,
Who's going to be the top 5?
You know, I'd pick you. I'd pick Doug, for sure. I'd probably pick Wayne with the way he's playing right now. I'd probably pick Sean because of his offense. And the fifth spot, you know, it would be convenient to pick myself, but the way I'm playing right now, I'm not beating anybody. So I will not pick myself. And I'd probably pick between Keegan and David, because anyone that can win with the Browns in anything clearly has some idea what they're doing, as long as it's a matter of playing the game and not front office stuff. I've never seen someone acquire so many picks and then trade away good players and stumble after dominating the first year. So I'd probably pick a combination of those 5. And I mean, it's too bad they got rid of the Madden communities where you can set up the sliders and just play with whoever. Because now it's like, we'll never know.
Yeah, it'll be tough because the sliders are the same, but you know, once you get into where you don't know the sliders, certain things are going to be allowed. But Rustin, you may not know these teams, but Rustin, who would you say the top 5 out of Xbox One would be?
Xbox One. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put Josh, the Chiefs, with James, the Browns, and then I'm definitely putting the Beast in there, the Redskins, and I'm definitely putting Hacksaw in there. And then the 5th, I don't know. You're with them. I'm not gonna vote for myself.
You gotta put yourself in there, man. You got 4 championships over there.
Yeah, four championships in 6 years, so that's pretty good. But I'm not gonna say that. No, I guess then I would be the 5th.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough group, you know. And I'll tell you, you know, just from some of those names, I know it would probably be pretty tough. I played all those guys over in the league, except Josh, who was a Chiefs, and he went 15-1 in our league last year and went to the championship. So
now you're 14-2.
Or 14-2, and he did that with like losing 2 major players.
Yeah.
So it would be I would love to see the 2 battles over there, but I think it would be tough. I tell you how tough it is. I've only won 1 playoff game in 4 seasons there. That's how tough it is. So
how many times did the playoffs knock you out of the playoffs?
I've been knocked. Shut up, man.
Every time.
Shut up, man. No, at one time, actually, Wayne blew me out 1 game in the playoffs. It was like 40-3. It was ridiculous.
And then you got a rap from last year.
Yeah, I was there, man. Shut up. My playoff skills is pretty suck ass right now, so I don't really want to talk about the playoffs. Playoffs?
Either does Hacksaw, so you're in the same boat. I don't like talking about the playoffs either.
Oh man, but I mean that would, you know, not to get off our league, but I would love to see the 2. You know, maybe next year they bring back communities and you know we can see what happens. So, but Brett, what else? You got anything else for us?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to get going here shortly. I got to spend a little time with the family.
All right. I want to real quick call out a couple of teams.
Okay.
And a couple of players real quick who I'm expecting some things from them. Tim Ryan, your Jets are sucking right now, man. Come on, man. Come on. You know, Greg, who was right there, and I called them out last year, some of the older guys, but I'm calling them out again. So I need to see something, man, out of the Bengals this second half of the season. What's going on? You know, gotta call my man Jimmy out, man. I'm gonna call him out every year because to me, of all the players I've ever played, Jimmy's always been the toughest competition. So I don't, know what's going on, but I'm calling him out again. Jimmy, what's up, man? What's going on? And finally, gotta call you out, Brett. Gotta call your 49ers out, man. I'm not trying to hear the excuses. 2 division titles, and now you're sitting in the basement. Come on, man. I need you. Come on, man. That's my come on, man. Part of the show.
I
need
know.
the Niners
I got a lot of talent. I got no excuses.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just calling out those teams that we know can play well. But I want to see something out of these teams. You got the Bills 3-3 leading the NFC East. It's not going to work, man. Let's go, Tim Ryan. Let's go. And Dylon, good job, man. Proud of you. All right. That's all I got for the show. You guys have anything else?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on for a special guest.
Okay, with special guest Rustin, thanks for joining us. I'm sure we'll have you on again. And when we have our other Jew with us, we could talk about the Browns, who I plan on spanking tonight or sometime tomorrow, because I need to take off the frustration of losing to the Packers. That was a very frustrating game. So, and then after I beat them, I got to beat Brett. So, hey, man. Hey, good night, guys.
All right. Good night,
All right,
guys.
later, fellas.
Good night, gentlemen.
Peace.